Welcome to 101, the mini podcast project. I'm your host, Anthony Cruz, and we're back again for another podcast session. Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out, but I came back. So, what the hell's been going on? The other day, I went over to my brother's house, and he had the Discovery Channel on, the one that the one with the Discover America one. And what I didn't realize is that they're still making these searching for Bigfoot shows. I thought that was done. I didn't think that we were still making them damn things. You know, you figure. And no, what astounded me most about this is that now it's a whole damn show. Like, it's got like 20 some odd episodes a season. They got seasons of this shit. Of guys running around in the forest, in the woods, with camouflage on and shit. Like, how much of a psycho you gotta be to think that this thing is still real? Granted, back in the days when I was coming up, you'll watch all these shows, and they will have these specials on, searching for Bigfoot, or mermaids, or the Yeti, or whatever the case may be. And they were really compelling documentaries. But it was always the same thing. You'll watch the fucking thing for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you get to the end to find out that all the findings they have are inconclusive. We're sending the samples to the lab, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll get the results back. Fucking. And now we got these fucking shows that last 20 some odd episodes. And it's always the same shit. They go into the forest at night. They got their fatigues on. They set up strategically in certain areas along the trail where Bigfoot apparently walks. And it's like they hear a sound and they go running. How much of a psycho you gotta be just to freaking think that shit is real? Oh man, it kills me. It was like I said, it was interesting back then. Like you sit there and they have all this testimonies and stuff like that. But now you're trying to stretch this thing for 21 1 hour long episodes, and it's the same thing every day. They go to some small ass town, some hick town somewhere, and talk to the locals. And it was right outside my window. It came up to the window, peered in, waved, and then walked off into the woods. I was so scared. Yeah, it was. And I'm sitting there watching this like, I just can't believe this. Like, they still have these shows now with with the mermaids and Finding Atlantis and all this stuff. Like, they're still doing these types of shows. Like, who's watching and who's compelled and saying, yo, that shit is real? You saw that? You saw that? And now with today's graphics, you can fabricate whatever you want to make it look real, as long as the graphics hold up. Yeah, you can get some really compelling evidence out of there. But you'd think that Bigfoot, out of everything, between mermaids, because mermaids, we still haven't reached the deepest depths of the ocean, or all the corners of the ocean, or any subterranean oceanic bodies. We haven't gotten that far down. Well, maybe you can miss something, but Bigfoot? No, I'm sorry. We've seen pretty much everything this freaking place has to offer as far as the surface goes. And with drone technology and cameras and all this stuff, you're going to tell me not one freaking person saw that big hairy son of a bitch out there walking around? You don't mean to tell me nobody saw a Yeti? Or the Chupacabra? Although, in certain defenses, the Chupacabra has somewhat been discovered. I remember they did a documentary or a report. I forget which one it was, which one it was, where they found what appeared to be the chupacabra. It was like this hairless, dog-like creature. Hard to explain what it is exactly. I mean, you can go online and see photos and images of what they found. And it's nowhere near of what the drawings look like. You go back and you think about the drawings that people have illustrated about the chupacabra, and it's like this green lizard thing on two legs with long talons and red eyes. This shit looked nothing like it. Nothing. So, even with that, somewhat confirmed that they found what was doing all the draining of the blood and all that stuff. Nowhere near of what the people were talking about. And here it is, you're trying to sell me on a fucking show 23 episodes long. These are grown men. They got these grown men to go in there and try to find Bigfoot. Look, they're laughing their ass all the way to the bank. I ain't worried about it. But man, it was like, we need you to go and pretend like you're finding a 8'8" on two legs. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, look, if they came to me and said, listen, we want to pay you to find some mythological creature that doesn't exist, trust me, if the money is right, I'm going out there and I'm selling the shit out of that one. What do you want me to find? No problem. I'll put whatever cheesy southern accent I can find. Give me one of those ghillie suits, the ones that look like that make you look like a bush. Give me a rifle and I'll squat my ass for an entire weekend for $500,000. These people get paid money, man, to go hunting for shit that don't exist. And it's not just those shows too. I'm a little more of a believer of the paranormal. The ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. I could say I believe. To what extent, I can never really truly say. Sometimes I dispel belief in favor of science, what science can prove. But at the same token, I do believe there's things that we don't understand. We can't perceive. It's not on our wavelength. Our molecules, everything vibrates at certain wavelengths. Things exist in different wavelengths. So what if there's a wavelength that we're not in tune with, and maybe we live parallel to another dimension or something crazy like that. So I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh no, spirits are not real because science can't prove it. Well, you know what? There's some things that science just still can't prove. And until science can prove that they don't exist, well, then I'm going to believe what I'm going to believe. But even with those shows where they go ghost hunting and stuff like that, you never really see anything. All you see is the same four dudes go to a different town or a different place, and they walk into a room, and they hear, you hear that? Then they play some shitty recording of like a fart in the wind. And it's supposed to like say something or mean something. I don't know. That's a little bit of a hard sell right there. But yeah, man, I can't believe these shows are still on. What was it? They had the Mermaid one that was a really big one that came out a couple of years ago. It was the Mermaid, where they had actual video documentation of these freaking mermaids. And I have to admit, they were pretty damn good. Even the how they have the found footage kind of stuff, where you never see the person who's recording, they just behind the camera and they're controlling what you're seeing. It was a pretty good fake. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense where, you see the kid running, away when the mermaid washed up ashore and he runs up to it and he thinks it's dead. And then it starts to move, and then he gets freaked out because it reached out for him. And then he goes running and it's saying like, oh, the camera's pointing at the ground. And if it was fake, don't you think he'll be more focused on this so you can see it? No. The whole point is to make it look like it's real. So they're going to do whatever they can to make it feel that way. Natural reactions and things like that. So that was a pretty good one, but I still, I can't buy it, man. Just the fact that it's on Discovery America. Because if it was on Channel fucking 11, Channel 2, NBC, Fox News, headlines, Huffington Post, then I'd be like, holy shit, they got something. Or something that they's worth talking about. So that's where my believability ends. When it's just a special on Discovery Channel or a special on TV rather than making headline news. Even in the weird but true column, that would also be something that might work. But no. Still that Discovery Channel special thing for 2 hours. And now they trying to stretch these shits for seasons. They did it with the Ghost, now they're doing it with the Bigfoot. And wow. So yeah, that was that whole freaking thing. It cracked me up. I saw that, and I'm wondering, who the fuck falls for this thing. We had a pretty good goof on it though. You gotta tell me that not one person with a cell phone, with a freaking drone or something, couldn't find this some bitch walking around. And then you got these idiots going, he sleeps in this tree. You see how he laid the branches on? That's his bed. God. Oh man. I got nothing on that one. Truly got nothing on that one. So yeah, that was the whole Bigfoot thing. I have this, like, I could turn my brain off. It's easy to do that. I will go and watch some of the stupidest freaking movies and crack me the hell up. I love it. Love it. What was it showing that what was it, the Shawn Wayans and Marlon Wayans movie, that spoof movie of all the Don't Be a Menace in South Central or Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. That was playing on TV, and like when that comes on, I can pretty much watch it anytime. That thing is hilarious. All those stupid movies, freaking hilarious. Kung Pao, the dude who did the spoof on the martial arts films. You put on any of the Naked Guns, National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, one of my all-time favorites. Cracks me the hell up. I can turn my brain off to a lot of things, and have just a good time. But there are some things I just can't. I can't do it. It's just too either ridiculous or just too moronic for me to engage. Those type of shows, they do it to me. Even the ghost ones, which I'm a little more inclined to watch, won't do it. Reality shows like Real House, what was it? Reality shows, the Real Housewives of this and the Kardashians that. Oh, hell no, man. Like, how boring is your life that you gotta live vicariously through another person's life? The world is yours. I used to get caught up on some of these in the very beginning because they were new and they were different. I never really followed The Real World, which pioneered the reality show. But the following ones, like Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, Mystery, what was that? Mystery, where the pickup artist, that was that shit. None of them got me. Not Survivor, none of them. They never got me. Like I got into, I said, like Flavor of Love a little bit, because that's when the whores were punching. Patton Oswalt had a good bit about that one, where he's talking about he's on a plane and they on JetBlue, and they fill you with candy and treats till your brain don't work no more, and then they put on the TV and the whores are punching. I mutilated that freaking joke, but you get the gist of the idea of what that was. And people are like, oh man, JetBlue, that must have been awful. And he goes, no, that's the greatest thing ever. It's a great fucking bit. I would love to do it verbatim if I had the mind span to memorize all that. But but yeah, I mean, that's what made it entertaining. It was the drama. Just like when you watch Jerry Springer, there was all that drama going on, and you couldn't turn it off. Between Jerry Springer and Maury Povich, your mornings or mid-afternoons were solid with quality TV. My favorite was always Maury Povich because, I like Jerry Springer because he used to have the wackiest fucking shows and people would start fighting and whatnot. But it was Maury. I lived for Maury because Maury either had one or three shows, and he kept rotating the format. It was either one, Who My Baby Daddy, and I got like 14 of them. And then the other one was, is it a woman or is it a man? The transgender, I had a sex change or whatever. And what was the third one? Oh, actually, they have four. I take that back. They have four because they had the third one, which was the kids who act up and they scared straight, And then there was the ones where, like, the girl got picked on, or they have a crush, the crush episodes. They're like, oh, I have this crush on this guy, and he never looked at me this way, but I've changed, I look better now, da da da, and they'll come out on the show. So he had like one or four shows, and he kept rotating the format. But my favorite was always the baby daddy ones, because these girls would come out and be like, yeah, I'm 100% sure that he's the daddy. I'm 100% sure. And then he come out and he rips out the thing and he goes, the lie detector test determined that was a lie. Oh my God! They go running off backstage. I will fucking laugh my ass off. My ass off. It was funny. And it goes reverse. The guy come out and be like, yo man, I'm 1,000% sure that ain't my kid. Look at him. He ain't got my eyes. He ain't got my features. Nothing. Lie detector, the thing was like, yo, you're the daddy. Oh my God, and the girl's like, I told your ass. Oh yeah, they did the same thing with the cheating, right? The lie detector determined that was a lie, whatever. Yeah, they had that same format for cheaters and for the baby daddy episodes, and they rotated those two the most. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Oh my God, blah. I never cheated. Oh my God, what kind of a fucking idiot. Like, Maury Povich had been on for like 30, 40 years doing the same damn shows. And all of a sudden, some random dude gets a letter saying, well, we want you to come on the show for, and take this test and all this stuff. Yeah, I got this. He goes on the... Man, I ain't lie. I never trust that girl. She crazy. Lie detector determined that was a lie. Yo, it's some bullshit, man. They set me up. Enough for nothing. I really think Maury Povich be setting them up. I really think he set them up. Like that has to be like how often would it be that the guy was actually telling the truth? It was like, if you had to do a ratio like 1-to-1, it'd be like 1 in 100th. That dude was telling the truth. Fucking dudes be lying. Like, they say, you lie until you die. Yo, I ain't do it. I ain't do nothing. I never touched that girl. Lie detector determined says you are a lying prick. Oh man, I told you. I told your ass. I told you. Yeah. Oh man, I love them shows. Them shows are fucking great. But that's it. After that, I stopped messing with those reality shows. It just became more of the same shit over and over again. Although they had one good reality show that I got into, but I kind of fell off a little bit because those things go forever, and you never know when it's gonna end. But Sci-Fi had a really good reality show. It was a competition show, kind of like The Chef or whatever, but this was for special effects artists called Face Off. That shit was pretty dope. Being an artist myself and seeing how they do the makeup effects, the latex effects, creating all these characters and stuff like that, fucking amazing. And when something goes bad, oh man, it's cringeworthy. But yeah, man, can't do them shows. But that's my rant about that. I was kind of thinking about it because I saw that Bigfoot show, and I was up in arms on that one. I just couldn't believe people were still investing in shit like that. But yeah. But you go check it out for yourself, see if you like it, yeah. I'm going to end it right there because I ain't really got more to say than that, other than please go to my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Tone and Stereo. Follow my Facebook page, Art Graphics Inc. Check out my website, artgraphicsinc.com. And for the love of Christ, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't mind to show up and rough you up. Subscribe. Help me help you. Help me help you. And with that, I'm Anthony Cruz. Thank you for visiting me on One to One. Good night.